In a medieval village nestled against the backdrop of lush hills and winding rivers, lived an old man named Eamon, renowned for his wisdom and stories that seemed to have weathered the ages. Among the village's children, young Liam was particularly drawn to Eamon's tales, his imagination captivated by the old man's words. One crisp autumn evening, as the sun began to dip beneath the horizon, casting a warm golden hue across the village, Liam found himself sitting at Eamon's feet, eagerly awaiting the evening story. The old man's eyes twinkled with a mix of mischief and wisdom as he began to weave his tale. "Ah, young Liam," Eamon began, "you remind me of a time long ago when a lad, much like yourself, set out on a journey that would test his courage and resolve." Liam's eyes widened. His curiosity piqued. Eamon's stories were known to be filled with lessons and hidden truths, and tonight seemed no different. In a distant land, where castles touched the sky and knights roamed the streets, there lived a boy named Alistair, Eamon continued. Alistair was of humble origin, but his heart burned with an insatiable thirst for adventure. Liam's mind painted vivid images of knights in shining armour and grand castles as he listened intently. One day, Alistair overheard a group of knights discussing a legendary beast that dwelled in the heart of the Enchanted Forest. Eamon went on. It was said that whoever slew this creature would be granted a boon of immeasurable value. Liam's breath caught in his throat. A legendary beast? A boon of immeasurable value? The story was growing more thrilling by the moment. Despite the odds and the warnings of danger, Alistair set forth into the Enchanted Forest, Eamon continued. As Alistair began exploring the Enchanted Forest, the air was alive with whispered secrets, carried by the rustling leaves and the soft caress of the breeze. Every step seemed to unveil a new mystery. Delicate flowers that glowed like tiny lanterns, their petals emitting a soft, ethereal light. Trees that leaned in as if sharing their stories with the young explorer. He faced trials of courage and wit, battling mystical creatures and traversing treacherous terrain. As the story unfolded, Liam found himself transported to the heart of the Enchanted Forest alongside Alistair. He could almost feel the leaves crunching beneath his feet and the cool breeze rustling through the trees. Finally, after days of hardship, Alistair confronted the legendary beast. A battle of wills and strength ensued, and against all odds, Alistair emerged victorious. Liam's heart raced as he imagined the clash between Alistair and the legendary beast. He could almost feel the sweat on his brow and the adrenaline coursing through his veins. "But, my dear Liam," Eamon continued, his gaze fixing upon the young boy, "do you know what Alistair received as his reward?" Liam shook his head, captivated by the story. Eamon's eyes gleamed with a knowing light. Alistair received not gold or jewels, but a simple, weathered scroll. On it were written words of wisdom, secrets of the world, and the knowledge to become the greatest storyteller the land had ever seen. Liam's eyes widened in realization, a smile tugging at his lips. The moral of the story began to take shape in his mind. Eamon's voice grew softer, his words carrying a profound weight. "You see, young Liam, it was not the treasure itself that mattered, but the journey, the trials, and the determination that Alistair showed in the face of adversity. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it." Liam's heart swelled with newfound understanding. He looked up at Eamon with admiration and gratitude, realizing that the old man's stories were not just tales of adventure, but lessons that would guide him through life's challenges. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a gentle twilight over the village, Liam felt a sense of wonder and purpose settle within him. He knew that he, like Alistair, would someday face difficulties of his own, and he was determined to meet them with the same courage and resolve that had defined the heroes of Eamon's stories.